This is my story. When I was a young lad, I looked at the world from a point of view it disgusted me. I did not like the world, what I have seen. I seen people not even loving each other, which is the Father's law. That is the Father's law is love. I haven't seen love in this world. I've seen so many forms of corruption, so many forms of pollution, so many forms of falsehood, where everybody faking it, just going along with destroying each other, not even caring. But they tell me I'm supposed to believe, I'm supposed to have hope in them, and I did. I spent most of my time and energy helping and hoping they do better. They feel more sicker than I ever thought. I thought they would wake up one day and see the world for what it is. But they're the same ones that want to put you in a coffin, want to put you in the streets, eating out the trash can. See, the battle is in this world, you help so many people, then you lose, but then you gain. So that means you never lost. But then you're being set down again to see how you will interact and help people all over again. But not helping the way you used to, but seeing the world for what it is. Your dominance is not to give away, but to feed the proper energy for everybody to go down the right path. But if you look around today, nobody's helping. They just leaving them behind until they start to lose things and crying amongst themselves. Where people think they can separate themselves away from what is wrong in their eyes. I beg to differ. Eventually it will be on every street and every corner. You won't even be able to stop it anymore if we keep going along with this program. So how I arrived in this world, God allowed me to see all the things that destroy this world, that corrupts this world. And what I have seen, their own governance, trying to orchestrate the downfall of man and woman. They have polluted the whole world. They have not governed the world right. Well, they took upon themselves to make up laws and they became the most deceptionist people on the face of the earth. Where they started to prosecute people for plants that grows on the earth when they knew they would make money. They built banks. They built everything by using you. I watched them use you. And I watched them make movies leading you into the direction they wanted you to go. I paid attention. Remember, I joined forces with some of these energies. And I was going along with the program, not to get along, but to see what the direction they was heading in. And all we did was put ourselves 10 million years behind schedule. It's not 10 million years, but you understand what I'm saying. So far, far away. These people has planned out destruction. And if you sit there and paid attention, that you know they're always designing a movie to send us backwards, to make us do the things that we normally wouldn't do. Now, the first place I want to start is when I watch them play this role of the black and white. The reason why the black and white thing was introduced to to both of you, to divide and conquer you both, to make you think that one is better than the other, to make y'all all think that the white people is controlling the system, when actually it's the people that look just like us causing these things to happen, while we still fight for equal rights when nothing is never equal. It is the other and there's us. See, we play this game with each other, but derive at the same place all over again. If you ain't going to stand up and fight for what you believe in, then you will lose all things. See, humbleness is knowing what's going on and going head on with it. God do not destroy you for understanding. He destroy you for sitting back, allowing it to happen. See, and you still stand for the same thing. Remember, we put ourselves in this, not the Creator. The world is a test for all of us. If we band together, we are much stronger. But you will never see this because a group of men made sure that they separated us both. By conquering us to make more think they're superior over the other, they will create more crime, more fear, and more bad intentions in the world, where everybody will be off the chain and going down a direction where they will create things, guns, bring more laws, when they're the same ones making money off your death and making money off the plant that derived on the planet. See, at the same time, you got so many people sitting in prison with so much time on their hands for not breaking the law, because how can you break the law when it comes from the earth? But being as though they wanted to make money off you, they made a system to put you in to gain interest off you. That's why you are there. That's why everything is victimized in this world today. Every direction. If you cross the street the wrong way, they will incarcerate you for that. See, it's so many things that put upon you by foreigners, people that came into this land later on, but took your land over and now controlling you by using false laws. And these are not laws for the Creator. See, the first thing they brought you was religion, so you can think that everything is peaceful. While they put a noose around your neck and hang you from a tree, you still ask for peace when there's no peace. See, the reason why the noose around your neck came about, because of the separation. It's called divide and conquer, making one think they're superior and the other weak. But the people that's weak never see their strength, because they are falling apart. See, as I watch through my life, through the hourglass, I notice I spoke with a lot of people telling me different things, but using nothing that they are telling me. But it benefited me. I understood it. I took it with me. And I am grateful for them giving it to me. And I thank the Father for even allowing me to be in front of them to gather this information. See, I had to go through certain doors, many doors, to find out for myself, because people kept telling me different things. But I know people will tell you, but if you talk to another person, they'll tell you something different. And as you go along, you'll hear 10 million different stories. It don't add up to just one story, simple and plain. It don't take a long time to tell these stories, because the stories are very simple. So when I went through these doors, I seen how they control the evictions. They lie and very deceitful, just to put money in their pocket, just to keep a job. People have destroyed people for so long, and they've been running the same system, and even getting others to kill each other in the street while they're receiving money from them. This has become a whole money system where it controls you. And then you have these people claiming to be voting, claiming to run for something, like they're going to make a change and stop violence in the street. How can you stop it when the first thing when you get in there, you don't stop guns? You don't stop people from stealing. You don't stop people from bringing out these false programs to destroy others. But you want to claim that you're going to do all this when you get in the chair. Soon as you sit there, nobody see you nowhere unless you arrive at a dinner or anything, and then you run it back to the car. Y'all have completed the same image all the time. How can you govern over people when you don't even see the people? You don't even come amongst the people. You treat people like they're disease, like they're flies and roaches. And they still vote y'all in. The Father have shown y'all for so long what is taking place, but y'all ask for kings in this kingdom. Y'all ask for somebody to govern over you. But did they govern right? No. All they did was to get you to sell your soul, break your own self down. Now you're suffering. Now you're taking medicine. Now you feel sick. Now you want to really be humble. Now you don't have so much time on this earth because you spent it letting them damage you. See, I came in this world observing, and I observed everything and been through everything. I don't believe a person should run their mouth unless they have went through the storm to see the clearness on the other end. It's just like Christ did. Christ walked and took all the abuse in this world, still maintained who he was, and still stayed on the mission about the kingdom of heaven. But the glory belongs to the Father and the Father only. The Son arrived and he came down to take on the sins. What did he do? He became just like you in order for the Father not to destroy you, because the Father felt like destroying you all because y'all became continuously evil. Y'all must understand this was a setup, and these people set you up from day one. And these people trying to play these games like they superior, like God put them over top of everyone. Look at them. They're the most evilest people on the face of the earth, while they sit back and play the game and stay close to the brownish people. The reason why they stay close to you, because you will bring all the natural resources. Go back to the story of Abraham. It said your kids will be in a strange land. Read that. Also read how Christ came in, because a lot of people want to deny him from the Old Testament and the New. See, the reason why it has no name in the Old Testament, because it didn't have a name yet, because he didn't derive until coming into the New. See, he always been, always was, but y'all didn't understand. See, at one time, a lot of these things did not exist, a lot of these alphabets. But these alphabets will exist at the time when these things will be fulfilled. As y'all say, the J did not exist, but y'all don't understand that the J would exist. But y'all looking for past tense because y'all was taught this way, but not looking for the present. See, this is a lie that's been told to you for so long. These things was made for the people that's on earth right now. But they try to teach you. I want y'all to understand this. Okay, Daniel, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Joseph, John. If they tell you that John gonna introduce you to Christ, how could he introduce you if this happened all the many years ago? That John would be at least 15 or 2,000 years old. See, y'all don't do the numbers because y'all created math because the time is different with the Father. The Father tell you a day is like 1,000 years. I'm sorry, I might have quoted that wrong. He says a day is like a year to him. As he says in the scripture at the beginning, 7 days. So is that 7,000? Is it 7 years? Because when you read Genesis, you have to jump from one place to another place to another place. So it is spread all over the book. See, y'all must remember this here. When they got these clips to create the Bible, which y'all recognize as the Bible, but I beg to differ, that's the name they put on it. And it still wasn't a religion. But y'all want to make it into a religion. It's a historical book, but it's very spiritual. But they only had bits and pieces. They didn't have a whole book. If you go into the archives, you will know that they played a game with you and trying to fake on you. And you will know it's not real. But y'all want to believe that these things are real. Y'all want to have hope in all these things. When your Father, the Father who made you, is not religious. He is spirit. If he is spirit, y'all are living on earth to breed understanding and to stay with the Creator through all what you go through. Look at the clips of all these prophets, all these surahs, all of them. Go to the place where they have them at, and you will see how much writing they have and how they try to add on to it. They don't have the original because a lot of this stuff is crumbled up, and some scriptures was burnt up to try to hide evidence and information. These people do not know what they are talking about. They don't understand what is really going on. But that's why the Father always sent a prophet amongst y'all at the time when judgment is taking place. Because these people are the same ones that bring you into judgment. If you go to the story of Nineveh, Jonah in the whale's mouth for 3 days and 3 nights. Y'all really believe that Jonah was in the whale's mouth. Y'all have no understanding. See, the country was so wicked that the Father got tired of seeing the wicked things that they was doing and placed judgment upon them. Jonah was the one, you understand, that the Father spoke to, told them to get them to repent or I'm going to destroy the whole city. So Jonah, the Father spoke to Jonah for a while, and then Jonah went into the city and told the people what the Father have said and what the Father was going to do. A lot of this story is missing. That's why you will not get facts and nothing, because they added on and then try to take away. They made you believe about he was in the whale mouth. When they use water, water represents purity. When they use wine, wine represents conversations. You understand? Well, people would, and when they mention drunkenness, drunkenness is being drunk off the truth, the word of the truth. But a lot of people don't want to identify with the truth and original Psalms of Psalms because they are caught up in the English language, which none of your meanings or your definitions are true here. Everybody want to recite things and sound like they are smart, but they are kittens. See, notice people come out of other countries and surpass you because they don't digest the same things like you digest in America. Notice that everybody comes here, they come here strong, and then they leave here sick and dying. Because this is a country where enslaving is permitted. That's why you have these bylaws. These are not from the creator, they're from the creature. You got to understand, the creature took over, played the game, set himself as a pope. Their languages has changed. All of them was represented by some type of idol, which is some type of flower. So was your presidents. So is everything that's bound to governance. You must pay attention to the seals that's on the wall. But a lot of y'all understand nothing. Even in your sororities, you have a seal on the wall. Who are you praying to? Who is your governance? Who gave you your understanding? If you dig deep, you're going to find the name Lucifer. But Lucifer has a different name. This is the name that we come to the conclusion of giving him today. See, there are no such things as Greek gods, but this is what they pray to. They are giving homage to the Greek gods. There's none Roman gods, no Greek gods. There's nothing but one. But everybody want to make up things. See, this is where we failed the first time. We worship the sun, moon, and stars, not even knowing what they really were. Then we start worshiping people. We are falling even more. Now we are worshiping the internet, which is the great confusion. And the world is not a circle. But people want to believe, they still believe in the trick. If the world was a circle, take a plane and fly it. And keep flying straight and see where you wind up at. A lot of y'all are foolish. You have vortexes. You have things in this world that you wouldn't even understand. You still don't know what Jacob letter is, where they say they sing angels going up and going down. What you think that is? Science tells you what it is, but you still don't believe it. See, we are signs. We are connected to the world from the beginning in the 7 steps that the Father created us. We are connected to all things. That's why we had to name things in this planet. We have become wicked. We have become sinners. So everything started to backfire because we went down the wrong path. They want to say global warming. It is no such thing as global warming. We are the creators that create all these things because God put us in control of these things and gave us every healing herb for all these diseases. Why are we catching more diseases today than past tense? You need to start asking yourself these questions. And then why every time somebody come out with a cure, they're being locked up or even murdered if you think they want to heal you? This is a satanic world, and everybody's working for Satan. And they're playing these games like they're worshiping God when there's no God inside of them. Some people done took on the human skin and really not even human. There are some things in these woods that you can't even imagine that's here on earth. Because y'all looking for something out in space, there's nothing there. You have been lied to for so long and still being lied to. That's why I don't get on here with all these fake images and bringing false science to you, when I study science and read many science books and find out that everything is a theory. If everything is a theory, then it is not right and exact. It must come to a fact. And you have seen no facts. You have all seen fictions in this world, but still want to play the same game. I'm going to tell you exactly how I came up, who I am, who I always been. And I fell to your level because I had to blend in. I had to get the full understanding of how y'all live. Yes, I received punishment, but I'm no better than you, none of you. I am sin just like you, but I will follow none of this. I will follow the Father and nothing but the Father. And I am not religious. The Father did not make us religious. The world has always been spiritual. Always. And that's a known fact. And every time you open up your thing called the Bible, you will see spiritual writings in there and try to undermine and curry it over like a Satanist. No. See, a lot of things, if Satan or Lucifer was an archangel and he from the highest degree, why wouldn't you think that these vibrations on earth wouldn't be true? See, what y'all want to make it out to be something that the church, these false churches has taught y'all what it's all about, but they are lying when they're doing witchcraft inside of them and seances. When you and chanting, when you can get more than one to say the same things, then you are bringing forth, you are opening something in the world that you can't even see. There's a world over top of your head, whether you can see it or not, because as they say, the third eye is not open. But when your third eye open, you will be able to see things moving amongst you that you could not see before. And only the Creator going to show you this. This is what I'm giving you, and I hope you understand. See, right now I'm just planting a seed, and I'm going to help this flower grow. See, I'm going to tell you about me. I'm going to tell you how I grew up. I'm going to tell you how I derived at this point. And it was never about money. See, if I wanted the money, I would have been a trillionaire right now on this earth. It was about you. No matter what color you were, I tried to save you all, excuse me. And that's facts. Anybody knows me, know that's the truth. But a lot of y'all came for me, which is the wrong move. I'm going to get back with you and tell you who I am and what I've been through.